And we want to talk a little bit to each one of you about what's going on with you currently. Let's start with Brother Osbourne Reid over here, who is holding up the Amen corner. And tell us a little bit about what's happening with you currently, Osbourne, musically.
Currently, as a part of finding inspiration, I found a new passion for music. Beginning to understand music, where before I started really playing, it was just smooth and, tones that I really like. Now I'm starting to understand music. Music is a word language that everybody understands, and I'm starting to get that. And if you're not if you're not a person that likes music as a whole, not just whether it's like rap or hip hop or whatever type of music you like, if you don't like music as a whole, you really need to get into music because it's a beautiful thing.
Let's talk a little bit about your practice regimen. Do you have a practice regimen? Do you just play what you feel? Do you have certain hours set up? Do you have certain songs that you perform, practice with? Just exactly how do you structure your practice?
My practice is like when I'm at home, I have a tendency of making noise. So I don't really have a practice hour or schedule my practices. If I'm at home and I'm just there, instead of wasting myself playing the video game or just watching TV, I pick up my bass and I pluck a couple of strings until I learn a note or two, because I'm still very new to music and I don't really know all the chords, all the keys, all the notes on the bass. So I sit there and I pluck in the strings until I get a rhythm, and then I continue that rhythm until I can add something to it. And my aunt actually thinks that's a lot of noise. So, but what's noise to her is music to me.
Well, one thing, no matter how long you play, no matter how much you accomplish, no matter how many years it spans, you'll never know everything it is to know. No, music is a lifelong journey, and those that seriously pursue it should be prepared to understand that and accept that it is a lifelong journey. That's why we have people who hit and miss. They hit sometimes and other times they miss because there's something else more important. But for a musician who is truly a musician, music is a passion.
That's true.
At least on the level of anything else, if not above everything else.
And you have to be willing to learn.
Absolutely. That is the key, right? Don't know what needs to be corrected unless you make some mistakes.
Something that's not broken.
Exactly. Very good. Okay, LaShonda, tell us about what's going on with you currently.
Well, currently, I'm actually enhancing my ear, since I already know how to read music. Like, basically, me and Osbourne is like completely different. Completely the opposite. It's like, he don't know how to read music, but he know how to, he can use his ear real good. But it's me differently. I can read music, any type of music, but I'm currently trying to enhance my ear, because they can help me actually in my band and my music career that I'll be able to do.
Now, what about a practice regimen? Do you have a rehearsal or practice regimen set up for yourself?
Well, no, like throughout the school year, when I'm in school, every day or every other day at least, say I'll practice for like about 2 or 3 hours straight. And it might get some on my nerves sometimes if she come home and I'm still playing, but it's not horrible music, but it's just, everybody can't accept music, so it's about 2 or 3 hours a day.
Okay. Now, over here to Mr. Prince. How about your practice regimen?
Usually I prefer to practice when I'm feeling blue, because then you can get your whole heart and soul into it. And usually for playing an instrument, usually what you feel at the moment is what usually comes through the instrument. So normally you will try to practice at least 15 minutes a day and then to stick to it. That way you will continue to be in total preparation for the time you need to play. But for business of life, it usually takes about maybe 2 or 3 times a week to be able to play. along with our regular practice on the Wednesday evenings, which is about 2 hours. That usually helps prepare us for both Sunday service and for other future engagements. For right now also, because I love music, I've been able to experiment on the drums. I've been learning different beats. I've been able to use the percussion instrument, the squash, and also I'm also doing on the keyboard, piano. So in music, you have so many different ways to express yourself, different instruments. So I'm trying to really use my ear and just experiment different ways.
Now you read also, right?
Yes, I do.
So basically the difference between you and the other two is where Osbourne doesn't know how to read, he's going to learn how to read. He plays by ear. LaShonda is learning how to play by ear and improvise. Yeah. And you actually read and can play by ear. Yeah.
Playing by ear, for me, has opened up a world of difference because playing by music, you get in a certain structure, a certain mode, and you have to stay within those boundaries. So therefore, as much as you may feel the spirit and you want to do a little extra, you normally have to go from the starting point to the ending point, and of course you have the repeats in the middle. But when I started playing by ear, it just opened up a whole world of emotion and just letting yourself go, because then you can really make your instrument sing.
Now what's happening with you currently, other than what's going on with the group as far as the music goes?
Currently, I guess with aspiration comes being able to want to sing, being able to want to do maybe a record in the future, maybe want to prepare myself right now. So by learning more about the music, learning more different genres, styles, that's basically what's going to help prepare us for what's going to happen in the future.
Very good. And once again, it's very nice to have the three of you here. And right now, we're going to cut away to another clip of Divine Inspiration, performing the song, Jesus is the Answer. And we'll be right back with this special segment right here on the Original Historical Music Society of Detroit Showcase presentation. Stay with us. we're back right here on the Original Historical Music Society presents a special showcase presentation with divine inspiration. And we sincerely hope that you, the viewing audience, enjoyed that clip of us performing Jesus is the Answer.